Graph of linear function, any function that can be reduced in the form of what? That is f of x is equals to ax plus b. A is different from 0, a and b are that is element of real number. For all real number, x is called, that is linear function. That is linear function. That means here is, that is for example, that is f of x is equals to 2x plus 2. And that is g of x is equals to negative 2x plus 3. And that is h of x is equals to, that is minus, or that is 3x minus 1. Those are what examples of linear equation. For example, in this function a is equals to minus 2 and that is b is equals to 3. And here is in this function that is a is equals to, that is 3b is equals to, that is negative 1. Those are what? That is linear functions. And here is, that is a is different from 0, which is minus 2. The second and the first one is, that is a is different from 0, which is 2. And that is, here is, that is h of x equals to 3x minus 1. Here is, that is a is different from 0, which is, that is 3. Different from 0, which is 3. So this is, that is a linear functions. So the graph of linear function, is, that is the set of ordered pairs of the function. For example, sketch the graph of that is the first one here is, that is f of x is equals to, that is 3x minus, that is 2. And that is the second one g of x, which is, that is minus x plus 3. Okay, so the graph of this one, that means for example the first one, that is graph of f of x, that is equals to 3x minus 2. Here is what? That is increasing function, because the leading coefficient, or that is the slope, is, that is positive, which is greater than 0. So this is what? 3 is greater than 0. So this is what? That is increasing function. So the graph of this function passes through the first and that is the third. And here is, that is y-intercept. Y-intercept means at 0 minus 2. This 2 indicates this minus 2 indicates the graph passes, that, or y-intercept of the graph is, that is 0 and minus 2. Here is the function, that is ax plus b. This b is, that is the y-intercept of this function is at 0 and b. Here is, that is b minus 2. So that is y-intercept entitled, that is 0 minus 2 in the. Okay, for us to find, that is y-intercept of the graph, y-intercept of the graph, y-intercept of the graph means make x is equals to 0. Means that is f of 0 inside of x equal inside of x we can substitute, that is 0. F of 0 is equals to 3 times, that is 0 minus 2. So f of 0 is equals to, that is minus 2. This is in order pair. The first component is, that is value of x, which is 0, and the second component is, which is minus 2, which is value of y. This is what? That is y-intercept. The second one is, that is x-intercepts. Intercept make f of x is equals to 0. Here is the function, which is 0 is equals to, that is 3x minus 2. This means that is 3x is equals to 2. Both sides divide by 3. Both sides divide by 3 by 3. So x is equals to what? That is 2 over 3. That is 2 over 3. So this is what? That is x-intercept. That means in order pair, the first component is value of x, which is 2 over 3. The second component is, that is value of y, or that is f of x, which is 0. So this is what? That is x-intercept. Here is, that is y-intercept. So the graph will be the graph will be, here is that is x-intercept, that is y-axis. This one is that is x-axis. This is x-axis, and this one is that is y-axis. Okay, here is 1, 2, and 3, -1, -2. 1, 2, and that is -1, -2. Y-intercept means that is 0, -2. 0, -2 means at this point. And that is x-intercept means that is 2/3 and 0. 2/3 means that is 0.6, around 0.66. 0.66 means that is between 0 and 1. That is around this point. Around this point. So connect the 2 pointers. This one is that is 2/3, 0, and this one is that is 0, -2. Then connect the 2 points using that is straight line. Using straight line means connect the 2 points means here is the graph. This is what that is the graph of that is f of x is equals to that is 3x. Okay, the graph of f of x is equals to 3x minus 2. This is what the graph of this function. It indicates that is the graph is that is increasing function because it passes through the first and that is the third. So the first quadrant and that is to the third quadrant, or that is average from the third quadrant to the first quadrant. And also the it is y-intercept is at y is equals to -2, or in order pair that is at 0 and -2. X-intercept means that is at x is equals to 2/3, and in order pair that is 2/3, 0. So that is the graph of what? The graph of f of x is equals to 3x minus 2. Okay, the second one is the second one. Draw the graph or sketch the graph. Graph is number 2. Sketch the graph of that is g of x is equals to, okay, as equals to that is the graph of g of x is equals to minus 2x plus 3. Minus 2x plus 3 is negative 2x plus 3. Okay, first time that is y-intercept. Intercept means make x equals to 0. Means g of 0 is equals to minus 2 times 0 plus 3. Then this means g of 0 means is equals to that is 3, because minus 2 times 0 is that is 0. So this is in order pair. Here is value of x is that is 0. What is value of y? That is 3. This is what? That is y intercept. The second one is that is x intercept. Means make g of x is equals to 0, means that is y is equals to 0. Means 0 g of x means that is 0 is equals to what is the function? Minus 2x plus 3. This is that is 2x is equals to 3. Both sides divide by 2. Then x is equals to that is 3/2, because 2 considered by 2. So this is x is equals to 3/2. Means in order pair, the first coordinate is that is value of x, that is 3/2, and the second coordinate or the second complement or the second entry is that is value of g of x, or that is value of y, which is 0. Okay, so the graph will be this is what that is y-axis, and this one is that is x-axis. It is that is 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, -3, -1, -2, -3. Here is that is 1, 2. Okay. Y-intercept means 0, 3. 0, 3 means here is that is 0, here is 3, 0, 3 at this point, and that is x-intercept means that is 3 over 2, 3 over 2, and 0. 3 over 2 means that is 1.3, that means 1.5. This means around this point. Then connect the 2 pointers. Connect the 2 pointers. So this is what that passes or that is downward from the second to the fourth, or that is average from the fourth to the second. So this is what the graph of g of x is equals to minus 2x plus 3. Okay, so here is that is a as equals to minus 2, and that is b as equals to 3. Okay. In the function f of x is equals to ax plus b. If a is greater than 0, it is increasing function. Increasing function. If a is that is less than 0, it is what? That is decreasing function. Here is that is a equals to minus 2. So this function is that is decreasing function, and it passes that is through the second to the fourth, or that is average from the fourth to the second quadrant. So this indicates that is the graph is, or that is the function is that is decreasing function. This function is that is decreasing function because a is less than 0. If a is less than 0, it is what is decreasing function. Okay, and that is b3 minus that is it indicates y-intercept of the y-intercept is that is at 3, or in order pair that is at 0, 3, 0, 3. This is in point or in order pair. And here value of y minus that is value of y minus that is y at 3. Okay. Okay, and that is x-intercept minus, this indicates that is 3 over 2, 0. Okay, so this is what that is the graph of linear function. Okay, the next one, draw the graph of what? That is h of x is equals to that is 2. The graph of h of x is equals to 2. Okay, this is that is using what that is table. Here is x. This is what h of x minus 2, or that is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, and that is 2. When x is equals to this means when x is equals to minus 3, that is h of minus 3 is equals to that is h of minus 3 is equals to what? That is 2, means that is 2. When x is equals to, or that is h of minus 2 is equals to 2, h of minus 1 is equals to 2, h of what? Or h of 0 is equals to that is 2, h of 1 is equals to 2. So that means the independent variable is starting from -3 up to 2, but the h of x is that is 2, 2, 2, that is 2, because it is constant function. So the graph of this one, okay, here is that is y-axis, this one is that is x-axis. Here is that is 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. Okay, minus when that is when x is equals to minus 3, minus at this when x is equals to minus 3, value of y that is 2 at this point. When x is equals to minus 2, that is 2 at this point. When x is equals to that is minus 1, that is 2. When x is equals to 0, 2. When x is equals to 1, that is value of 5, that is 2. When x is equals to 2, that is 2. When x is equals to 3, that is 2. So connect the points using that is a straight line. This one is the graph of what? The graph of h of x is equals to, that is constant to 2. Because for the function f of x is equals to ax plus b. If a is that is greater than 0, it is increasing function line, increasing function line. When a is less than 0, it is that is a decreasing function line. When a is equals to 0, it is constant function. When a is equals to 0 means here is that is 0 times x, 0 times x, that is 0. So this means that is b. So this is what that is h of x equals to, that is constant function. The constant function. There is no what? There is no that is no, that is x intercepts. X intercepts x intercept y intercept at the point that is the antenna, the point there 0 2 there. So that is 0 2 to the antenna, that is y intercept. Y intercept as x intercept. It is what? That is horizontal line, and that is parallel to what? To x axis. The x axis to y axis, that is perpendicular line. So this is what? The graph of constant function. This is the graph of linear function. This is what? That is decreasing function. This is that is constant function. The first one is that is increasing function, because here is that is a is equals to 0. A is equals to 0 when that is straight line. A straight line. ስለዚህ ታይዝ ፈንጀሎ እዚህ ቀጥ ዘለ ሜዳ አብዚ ግን ተወሰነ ስሎፕ ነው ወይ ካ ቀጥ ዘለ ሜዳ ዘይኮነስ ቀጥ አብዚ ቀጥ ዘለ ግን that means ዝኾነ slope ዘለዎ ምዃኑ ዘሪካ. And this is what? That is decreasing function. Again, decreasing increasing that is constant function. Okay, the next one is that is when x is equals to 2. When x is equals to 2, graph of what? Graph of x is equals to 2. That is now the that is x lana that is x lana g of x kin variable kun goron khina. That means that is kondolo g of x, okay, or y taken gorona, but that is variable kun goron khina. تتغير x kin constant is kondolo. So graph is forward. Graph here is that is y axis lana. This one is that is x axis lana. Here is 1 2 negative 1 negative 2 1 2. That is negative 1 negative 2. At x is equals to 2 means this is what? That is vertical line. This is vertical line. There is no what? That is y intercept. This is the graph of x equals to 2. There is no what? That is y intercept. You will x intercept again. At 2 0 Okay, so this is that is the graph of x is equals to 2. X is equals to that was that is x is equals to minus 2 equals to minus 2 So those are what? That is graphs of linear function, and that is constant function. This is one that is a vertical line. The slope of this one is undefined. The slope of this one is that is 0. And you have to end 0. Okay, so slope of this one is that is undefined. those are functions of linear, that means graphs of linear function. For example, the first one, this is what that is graphs of linear function. Here is that is y-intercept and that is x-intercept. Those functions are increasing function. Those functions are increasing function. And that is, for example, the first one here is f of x equals to x plus 2, x plus 2, and that is a is equals to 1, which is greater than 0. So the graph is that is passes through -1, 0, and that is 0, 2. And this is increasing function. It is increasing function. The second one is that is g of x equals to x, a is, that is 1, which is greater than 0. So this is what that is increasing function. And the third one is that is h of x equals to x minus 2. A is equals to 1, which is greater than 0. So this is what that is increasing function that passes through or averages from the third quadrant to the first quadrant. So this is what here is that is y-intercept, and this one is that is x-intercept is at -2, 0. The first one, and that is this one is at the origin, and this one is that is at 2 and 2, 0. Okay, so this is what that is increasing function. The second one, this is what that is the graph of constant function. The graph of constant function. That is there is no that is x-intercept. The first one is that is f of x is equals to 2, which is constant, and the second one is that is g of x equals to -2. This is what the graph of constant function. Here is that is y-axis. Here is that is x-intercept. That is have no x-intercept. Have no x-intercept, but there is what that is y-intercept at 0, -2, and here is that is at 0, 2. And the third one is this is what that is the first one is that is here is f of x equals to -x plus -2, and the second one is that is g of x equals to -x, and the third one is that is h of x equals to -x plus 2. Those are what decreasing functions. Decreasing functions. Decreasing function means that downward from the second to the fourth quadrant. The fourth quadrant. Here is that is the point. This one is that is x-intercept, and that is here is also that is x-intercept. This is the origin that passes through the origin, and this is what that is the second that is y-intercept. Here is that is y-intercept. So these functions are what that is decreasing function. A is equals to 1, which is less than 0. A is less than 0. So this is what that is a decreasing function. Okay, the fourth one is that is the fourth one is here is that is graph of x equals to 2, which is vertical line. There is no what that is y-intercept. This point is that is x-intercept, that is have no y-intercept. This one is also that is graph of x equals to -2. So this is what that is vertical line. So those are what that is graphs of linear function. Graphs of linear function. Question number one. Question number one. Which one of the following is true about the graph of f of x is equals to 3 over 2x plus 2? A, that is decreasing function. B, x-intercept of the function is 3 over 2, 0. Y-intercept of the function is 0, 2, and 3 is the slope of what? D, 3 is the slope of the function. So that is put the answer in comment. Then I see I'm telling you comment